Of the evolution of consciousness, the overflow of sensory information has played a really important role. We humans, when we see the world, there is an abundance of visual information, and there's sensory overflow, so that there is much more than we can cognitively process, and much more than we can remember. We don't remember a majority of what we see, what we hear, what we feel in general, and also we don't remember much of what we see. So there's this abundance of sensory information, and that is the condition under which consciousness has evolved. This has been true for the entire history of biological systems, from single cellular organisms to higher cognitive systems like the humans. There has been always an abundance of sensory information flow. Now, with the development of artificial intelligence, for example, in self-driving cars, it might be possible to process much of the sensory information that coming from the environment. But we biological systems have been constrained by the resources that are available, whether you are a single cellular organism or a multicellular organism like humans. So that has been the kind of the circumstances under which evolution has occurred in terms of consciousness. So we have developed several natural technologies to handle with the overflow of sensory information. For example, the integrated parallelism of consciousness has been one of them. We integrate sensory information in the in one single framework of the agency of the self, so that the sensory information can be represented in parallel within one integrated framework. And qualia are the one another aspect of the natural technology. When you see something red in the visual field, the redness of red is a result of really complicated and contextured um, context information processing about the wavelength distribution of light within your visual field, so that when you see something red, you have a really concise and compressed representation of what is out there in the environment. So integrated parallelism and qualia are two different aspects of um, you know the way we have been dealing with the sensory overflow. So consciousness has evolved under this condition, and you know of sensory overflow, and that has been one of the most important issues, and that we are also facing even now. The fact that there's much more than we can process coming from the environment, and that I think is a really interesting aspect of the evolution of consciousness.